All right, everyone. I'm Dan. Welcome to the Living Free podcast. Unfortunately, the real host, Lauren, is not able to make it today due to some school stuff. But I'm here with our guest, Michele Krasznai. One of my favorite charities of all time, the Tommy Fund. So welcome to the Living Free podcast.
Thank you for inviting me, and excellent on saying Krasznai. It's just not an easy thing.
Yeah. I practice. Yeah. I wrote it down. I didn't have to look.
Mm-hmm. I'm impressed.
So, my friend, you and I share some things together. We were just kind of talking about where we are.
We do.
Our podcast is located at at Sacred Heart University, and we share an office at the iHub.
Yes, we do.
I want to learn how you guys got in there.
That is the coolest story. So Rebecca Santoli, who's the director of the Tommy Fund, was looking for interns, needing some intern help, needed some marketing help, some extra hands, and found our intern who happened to be a Sacred Heart student.
Carissa. Shout out to Carissa. She's so great.
Shout out to Carissa. She's so amazing. Working so hard on our Gala auction right now. But she had overheard and been talking to Rebecca about our space, because this is now after COVID, and we did not have a space. I hadn't started with them yet. It was just about in the talking phases of that. I was starting with Rebecca, and Krista said, I think there's space at Sacred Heart West Campus. Why don't you check out, this iHub I see? And Rebecca didn't know anything about it. So she looked into it, and sure enough, Sacred Heart has, co-working space, as you know. So we share space there with a bunch of other companies, and West Campus is incredible.
And it's so great.
So great.
One of the things, as smaller nonprofits, I would consider us smaller nonprofits. Yeah. I know you guys have been around 70 now.
70 plus years.
Wow, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
Thank you.
But I remember prior to Rebecca, when Jen was working, she was working out of their mom's golf course. That's where she was doing a lot of stuff. And we shared a similar story. We weren't working out of golf course. We were working out of cafes. Courtney and I would just bounce cafe to cafe using free Wi-Fi and getting our work done.
Right.
Getting all latte'd up. Yeah. We found the iHub during COVID.
Okay.
There was
They had just opened during...
They had just opened 6 months prior. Mm-hmm. What happened was we were filming a social media influencer named Callie Bundy. Shout out to Callie. She's doing a commercial for us next week.
Fun.
Callie did a fundraiser. She's famous for throwing a football into a basketball hoop. And we were looking for a space that was very specific. Elevated over a basketball court where she could throw a football pretty long into a basketball hoop. Trick shot. Mm-hmm. And somebody was like, Sacred Heart. And I was like, I know a lady there, Patty Moran. Let me reach out to Patty. We went there, we filmed. And then Annie, I forget her role here. She does some student development. She was like, hey, we got this space, the iHub. You should come check it out. And we went, and we were like, womp, womp. Boring. No, it was so bad.
Why?
Because COVID.
Oh, there was no one in there.
It was so bad.
Right.
And I was like, this place has a lot of potential when students come back. Let's 100%. Kind of figure it out. So we waited 6 months and school started back up.
They partnered with Verizon for that space.
Yeah. It's a really cool space. Yeah. And I love the resources. As you know, look at this place.
Incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me, I already know because I was a recipient. But tell me about the Tommy Fund.
So the Tommy Fund for Childhood Cancer provides direct support to families who are going through, chemo treatments and cancer therapy at Yale, Smilo, and affiliates. And so we'll provide direct support. It could be a mortgage payment. It could be help with a utility bill. A lot of families work paycheck to paycheck. They don't even get time off. Right. Maybe wouldn't even get sick time. And I just couldn't even imagine having to go through cancer treatment for my child and not be able to be there with them,
Yeah, what you guys do is super important. So I first learned of the Tommy Fund when Lauren was in treatment.
Right.
And what you just said, I'm going to bring complete validation to. We couldn't afford our mortgage because we didn't know when we would work and when we wouldn't work. Right. I personally had to quit my job. I was working for a Sikorsky affiliate. Mm-hmm. I had to quit because we just needed time to go to doctor's appointments and could not afford. We didn't know what was around the corner, right? And
no one does.
No one does. It's fascinating because it's not a world that you know about unless you're in it.
100%.
Right.
100%.
And so we were recipients of Tommy Fund. So You guys hold a special place in my heart. Tommy Fund and Circle of Care were the two at the very beginning that were there for our family, and we can't thank you guys enough. And I just wanted to bring validation to our listeners, because nonprofit work. Oh, what do they really do? No, you guys are really doing the work out there. So thank you for that.
Thank you. I mean, they're right in the clinic, right at Yale, and now in Trumbull. There's going to be a clinic in Trumbull now as well.
Very cool.
It's very cool. So just all over the state of Connecticut, it's just been phenomenal to be a part of it. Really.
Yeah. So, how'd you get involved?
Well, I have a 10-year plus history in fundraising, nonprofit fundraising. I worked at...
God bless you.
Nonprofit. I worked at private high schools for 10 plus years, and that's where I crossed paths with the current director, Rebecca Santoli. I was working with her. She was the director of St. Joseph High School.
Cool.
Yeah.
So she brought you on board.
Well, I was there, and she came on board.
Here. I'm talking about Tommy Fund.
At St. Joe's.
That's St. Joe's. Got it.
Yep. That's where.
So you brought her on board there.
We brought her on board there.
Yep.
Exactly. She was our director. I was the alumni director.
Okay.
And we met and hit it off.
Cool.
In an instant. And then fast forward, she's the director of the Tommy Fund. You know how COVID changes things,
sure.
right? So I had gone to another nonprofit, and then decided during COVID that, I just needed a change. And so I was changing career paths at the time. She called up and was like, I know you're not in event fundraising anymore, but...
Oh, she got you right in.
And the thing is, she's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, every day to Rebecca Santoli calling to,
That's good.
Yeah.
It's good to have a team like that. Mm-hmm. And you guys are a fierce team. I've seen you guys work right down the hall.
Thank you. We work well together. We know each other's strengths, and we just have a love for this nonprofit for sure. Both of us, yeah.
So in addition to the financial help that you guys provide, one of the coolest things that you guys do, and this is my personal favorite of the Tommy Fund, is your Survivorship Picnic. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. I have made it a point to try to participate in that every year. Mm-hmm. One, because my daughter is a part of that family, but two, I just love what you guys are doing. The energy is great. Tell the audience a little bit about that Survivorship Picnic.
Well, that's an incredible thing. And last year was the first time that I was new to the Tommy Fund last year, so last year was the first time that I got to even go or even knew about it.
And let me tell you guys, they pulled off something crazy last year.
Yeah, we did. What did? Not only were we battling, the air was contaminated.
The air was contaminated from the wildfires in Canada. Unbelievable.
But before that, we had to move the venue because of the weather. Anyway, just the rain.
The weather was. We're living in Seattle.
Yeah, we are.
Connecticut is the new Seattle for sure.
For sure, 100%.
But you guys definitely shifted, and it was great.
Yeah. So we invite all the families to come, and we partner all of our partner organizations. Like, we can't fight cancer alone, right? And we do this through partnership with LivFree. We do through the others that were there that day, and just to have the community bring everyone together and just celebrate, survival and
I love it.
Yeah, the incredibleness. So it was incredible to be a part of it. Really,
it's really cool because all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And we get to see the organization that helped us, but on the other side of it. So if you'll notice, last year we sponsored what we did and had a face painting there, but we wanted to go as a family, and because it's like a reunion. Lauren's been out of treatment now for about 6 years, so we were able to see families that we haven't seen since we were in treatment. So it's really special what you guys are doing. I want you to know that from a personal standpoint. Like, it's super, super important.
That's powerful to hear that. And it was also powerful to be a witness to it, because I was at check-in. And so was the volunteers on our Survivorship Day Picnic, team were part of the care team. They're the social workers. They're the doctors. Right. Dr. Massaro was there in the dunk tank. Like, it was just incredible to have the families walk in. Maybe they're out of treatment now 3+ years, 4+ years. they're coming in, they haven't seen the people that,
That's right.
meant the world to them, right?
That's right.
Their team. And to witness that, to watch, the excitement and the joy, not only in the children's and families' eyes, but, the caretakers.
Yeah.
It was really something.
It's super special.
Yeah.
The first year that we participated in it was a pre-COVID year, and we passed out Italian ice, and it was great and that, but we made a conscious effort. Like we're like, no, we want to go and participate.
Be a part.
Be a part of it as a family.
And celebrate.
Because
she's doing so great.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's great. Another thing that you guys do, I'm telling you, I'm just getting to know you personally, and Rebecca, I've known her for just a little bit longer, but I've worked with the Tommy Fund on numerous things. One of the cool things, and we were talking about this outside, during COVID was one of our best years. We grew exponentially, but we also were able to touch a lot, and a lot that, we don't talk about it enough, but our partnership with the Tommy Fund was something that was really instrumental to LivFree's growth. So
good to hear.
So during COVID, when everything was locked down, we wanted to still provide moments of joy, and Tommy Fund wanted to do something substantial as well. So we actually we joined forces, and we were able to send gift cards for like Grubhub and delivery services.
Wonderful.
That was on your side, and then our side was we provided subscription-based stuff. So we did like Xbox Live, Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, etc.
It was such an isolating time, and
it sure was. But we were able to give those families that we support, some cool something to do.
Yeah.
During there, and then we also partnered for, it's what started Giggle Boxes on our end. So instead of sending them to places, we sent fun to them. So we sent these huge boxes, and the Tommy Fund was actually a part of that. So on behalf of that, thanks. It's cool.
Wonderful.
The Tommy Fund Live Free goes way back.
Yes.
So that's cool. And then the other part is your gala. Yeah. So we were talking before this, I'm not a big gala guy. The first one I actually ever attended was the Tommy Fund Gala.
Wait, what?
The first gala I ever attended
way.
was the Tommy Fund Gala.
When?
And I want to say it was 2017.
Okay.
I want to say.
It was nice to have you a part of it last year, and I know you're coming this year.
We're
April
coming.
26th, we're back
coming.
at Anthony's. Yeah, Ocean View.
Go ahead. Tell us more. Tell us details.
Yeah, no, we're super excited. We're going to have the Fairfield Firefighters Charitable Foundation being honored, as well as AAA Northeast.
They do great work for you. Tell us a little bit about the firemen.
Yeah, so that's how we started. That's how Tommy started.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so Tommy, who was 5 years old, I believe, and suffering with cancer, the whole town, not only New Britain, but the state rallied for him to raise funds because the family was struggling. Yeah. And the firefighters, were getting involved in the fundraising in New Britain. And that's our connection with firefighters. Yeah. So, and that's just grown, statewide. So we're honored to honor them, the foundation, and AAA Northeast, who's just been not only board membership, but participating, volunteer, just such a part of Tommy Fund and and the growth of it. So it's incredible. We also have a couple guest speakers, the Gagliardi family. So their survivor, their daughter Alexandra, is going to be honored that night too as a special guest. Very and then cool. Dr. Stephanie Massaro. Yes.
I love Stephanie.
Yes. Who doesn't? Our the medical director.
Favorite.
Yes.
She took over Lauren's case when Dr. Joe retired.
Wonderful.
For us. So she's actually our oncologist, and she sits on our board,
Wonderful.
Which is another thing that we have in common.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
so she is going to speak, and
Very cool.
we're excited to have her as an honorary guest.
So. What a great human being.
Yeah.
Honest to God.
Yeah.
Just special.
She's wonderful.
It's one of the gifts that this being in this community gives is meeting like some of the most incredible people.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed attending the gala. Me and Lauren actually attended last year. We had, me and Katrina had to split some parental duties, but it was nice to go and celebrate. So we're looking forward to doing that again this year.
Yeah, we're in a great spot, great position.
Guys sold out?
We're sold
Let's
out.
go.
Yeah, I would say
That's
like
incredible.
go and buy your ticket, but you can't really. So, but I wouldn't turn anyone away.
But they can still donate.
They can still
donate. They can still donate,
Absolutely.
And they can still. Now, last year you did an online auction. People can still participate in that.
Well, it's mostly going to be for the people that are attending the.
Got it.
Yeah. So
okay.
I don't think we're opening that up
Fine.
outside the event.
That's
exactly. But it is
cool.
our mobile auction.
Well, still they can go and donate.
Exactly. Good. And all goes to such an incredible place.
Sure. You wanted to talk about another thing that I'm super, I'm jealous that you guys came up with it and I didn't. Haps for Hope.
And I walked right into it, so I can take no credit for this hat.
Such a great idea.
Hats for Hope.
Such a great idea.
I believe, and I could be wrong, and Rebecca will tell me after this podcast if I'm wrong, but I think Joe Bowman, our board chair, came up with the concept and thought of it, at least the board or members of the board had thought of it, to go into this. That's how we get into the schools. So we go into the schools to raise awareness, not only about childhood cancer, but then to do some fundraising for childhood cancer for Tommy Fund. So the school picks the day that works with their calendar.
Super easy.
They tell us the day. We help them with marketing materials, and the kids wear a hat. They can do crazy hat or just regular baseball hat if it's a kickoff to baseball season, and they bring in $1 or more, or they can donate online. We give them a little QR code.
So good.
And the thing that's incredible right now is that we started out in like 30 schools, let's say, last year. We're going to be doubling that this year.
Let's go.
So it's just to be able to grow that awareness. Because when I started at Tommy Fund, I never heard of Tommy Fund before.
Right.
And that's what I want. I want everyone to know who Tommy was and what the Tommy Fund is. So
super important.
And I think this is going to be the way to do it, grassroots.
Good.
Yeah.
It's we all play a part, right, in this whole pediatric cancer stuff. You guys are providing emotional and financial support. We're giving the emotional side with giving respite, and then there's others that are funding the cure. I love that 100%. We are all working together because I don't want to have to do this anymore. I want kids to be cured. I don't want these kids to suffer no more. I don't want the parents to have to go through what we went through.
They can't do it alone.
They can't do it alone.
They can't walk this walk alone.
That's
and
right.
We can't fundraise alone.
That's right. I'm going to get emotional.
Yeah, I know. I'm like already. I'm like, starting to tear up. But it's true.
And I just want to be done with it. Because once I'm done, I won't stop until there's no cancer. So I just want to be done. I want to move on to something else. But until then, But the reason why I say that is because it starts with the kids. The kids get it. Al DeGuido, we had him as a guest a few weeks ago, and.
Love me some Als Angels.
Als Angels is incredible, right? Another organization that's just doing their part and very collaborative, and I love that. The kids get it. That's Al's if you follow him on social media, the kids get it. So the more that we can teach these kids, about giving back, about the causes and kids that are sick, the better off we're all going to be. Yeah. So kudos to that.
Cancer just doesn't affect. It affects the family. It affects the community. It affects everyone, right? And so when a child is suffering, or even a sibling of a child, and then they go to school, the whole class suffers, right? Everyone does. Everyone walks through it with them. And so I'm seeing this now, like we're growing more and more because maybe the sibling of a family of a survivor or someone, wants to do something. Like, what can I do? And that's what they can do. They can sign up their school, and get some awareness. Yeah.
I hope you get every single school.
Well, we have an incredible promotion for April. I don't know if you know about
No, tell us.
This beautiful thing.
Tell us.
We have partnered with UConn men basketball team.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yes.
Tell us
phenomenal.
More.
So the winner of the top fundraising school is going to get a visit from UConn men.
Let's go. And they're going to win the national championship this year. That's a big deal. Yes, they're going to win it. Final four soon, right?
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
Yeah. So they have till the end of April, the schools, to
let's go.
Raise their money.
I need to get my school involved.
Yes, you do.
That's incredible.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, that's a good prize.
Yeah. It's a good prize, great prize. And then next year we're looking, I don't know if we can tap UConn men's. I mean, I got to come up with some incentives. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But it's an exciting program.
Good for you guys.
Loving to be working on it. Is that you or me?
No, that's not me. Jack, is that you? I don't know if they can hear it on here. It's like this buzzing going on in the earphone. Yeah. Jack, turn it on silent. Is it you? Oh, it's not Jack. All right.
It's probably over there.
That's fine. It's like right here. It's all good. All right. No, you're good. It's like a phone going off.
It's gone.
It's gone. We're good.
It was just a little vibration, right?
All right.
I digress.
We were talking about UConn men's.
Oh yeah, amazing. Yeah.
No, that's a really good partnership for you guys.
It's really wonderful.
It's great.
They have had us come to some games, and we bring the families.
Yeah.
And they honor them. You know, pregame, they the team came to the hospital to Yale, visited some of the
That's cool.
The children in treatment. Yeah, and talk about like the most genuine guys too. Like I was talking to Rebecca about it. They were just asking the questions like, what does Tommy Fun do? You know, what is this? They wanted to know. They wanted to know.
Even though they're in college, they're still kids. And the kids get it.
Wonderful.
They're so good.
They're wonderful.
They're so good.
They're so good. Yeah. So they did some great promo videos. Yeah.
The actual host, Lauren,
yes,
has some questions that she typically asks.
Like what?
Well, she would ask how big your family is if you have kids.
Oh, we're going personal now.
Yeah, just real quick.
Okay. I love this. I love this. Yes, I have 3 children. And I know you were surprised to hear that my oldest is like 27.
I would have never guessed. Never ever guessed. I thought you were 27.
I love it. Nice try. Yeah, so I have 3 children. Actually, my middle son goes to Sacred Heart, where we are today. Yeah,
Very
so
cool.
he's entering his last year of the physical therapy doctorate program. So
Excellent.
And then my daughter is a senior in college. So she's the baby, and she's going to be graduating next month. In May.
Wow.
From Salve, Regina, Newport.
Very cool.
Yeah.
LivFree is all about family.
Yeah.
And so Lauren's last question would be, what is your favorite thing to do as a family with your family?
Oh, goodness. Well, I'd have to say movie time is super popular. We are a little bit of popcorn addicts, I'm not going to lie.
There you go.
And we live in Milford now, so we're right near the beach. So, like, that is always our go-to, especially if we can have... I heard it's going to snow this week, but...
They change the forecast.
Okay. But the beach and just getting outdoors is like, what keeps us whole. So we love doing that. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Well, do you have any questions for me?
What do you guys do as a family for fun?
So we do epic road trips.
Oh.
Like epic.
Epic?
Yeah.
Like
2 years ago, we did the whole Southwest. We did 18 days. So we landed in Phoenix. We did Scottsdale, Sedona, Grand Canyon, Vegas, which was terrible. Don't bring kids to Vegas.
Oh, no.
Palm Springs, Tucson, then back to Scottsdale.
Fun.
Last year, we drove down to Miami, and we called it the Beaches and Baseball Tour. So we got to see the Savannah Bananas, which is cool. And then we went to Tampa, and we went to Siesta Key, and then we went to Miami and Fort Lauderdale, and all the way up. It was cool.
I love it.
It was cool. So this year, we're trying to plan. We're thinking California, but we're not sure yet.
Wonderful. You always pick a new spot?
Yeah, I want them to see as much as they can.
Does the family always have a say? Like the kids have a say?
No, they're not into it yet.
No?
No, it's Katrina and I. Yeah. It's mostly Katrina. She's the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've been really hitting the family reunions these last few years. Our cousins, aunts, uncles, they're all over the country. And so it's been incredible to pick a spot and then just,
So you fly out there?
So
you go?
We go, yeah. So,
oh, my God.
So this summer it's Lake Michigan. So
very cool.
It'll be a lot of fun.
I've never been up there.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I've never been that's the only place I've ever been.
We have a lot of family in Chicago, so they recommend it.
I've never been to Chicago. I've never been to
where I'm from.
Northwest or North. Is that West?
Northwest, Midwest.
Midwest.
I'm a Chicago girl.
Yeah, I've never been out there.
Yeah.
I need to make it out there. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, we moved out East Coast here. I moved here when I was in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm really a Chicagoan at heart. Yeah.
I need to go there.
Yeah, you do. There
it is again.
It's probably me. Who do you think it is? Rebecca?
Is she wondering how it's going?
Yeah.
Is she texting me too?
She's like, did you just blow up the Tommy Fund? No.
She should have come. I'm going to have her too.
She's in Middlebury today.
I understand. Yeah. But I'll have her come too because I'd like to hear her perspective. And I'm really happy that she's here and you're here.
Well,
right?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. I think it's really important that we show collaboration. Yeah. And
we don't just show it, we do it.
We do it. Right. Let's go. Yes. I love that. Seriously, I love that because it's like I said, and I'll just emphasize it. It's super important. Mm-hmm. It's super important. And, there's always we're just stronger together.
Yeah.
I want to tell one more story.
Go for it.
Oh my God. I want to tell one more story.
Okay.
Tommy Fun story.
Okay. Is it a partnership story?
It is.
Okay.
So pre-COVID, I get a phone call from the director at the time. And she's like, hey, Dan, from Tommy Fun. Hey, Dan, I have this family and we need something. Like, it's really out of our purview. We want to send her somewhere. Can we talk? And I'm like, yeah, let's talk about it. So because of our partnership, is one of the best stories I've ever been a part of, by the way. There's a young girl named Samira. I don't know if you know who Samira is, but Samira was battling brain cancer at the time, and her dad is active duty Army. And our partnership with the Tommy Fund was able to send Samira to Missouri to go visit her dad for Christmas because he had taken up all his leave time to be with her while she was recovering from her brain cancer surgeries. Right. He had no more leave time, so couldn't spend Christmas together. So the Tommy Fund and LivFree partnered together to send her out there.
To bring Christmas there so they could be together.
It's one of my most favorite stories. We don't really do that often where we send flights and stuff like that because we like to more focus on that. But when it was like family, and I'm a military guy too, I was in the Marines, so I get that.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, my pleasure. So that whole thing was like, let's just do that. So we were able to partner with the Tommy Fund. That's another thing. I'm telling you, we go way back.
I love this. Yeah. I love this.
It's super important because stuff like that wouldn't happen without collaboration. So.
Absolutely.
All right, my friend. So I want to thank you for taking the time. I know you guys are busy with everything going on. We're going to try to air this tomorrow so we can get, stuff going. There'll still be time for the Hats for Hope. Yeah. That's a cool prize. UConn, they're about to win it all. Yeah. That's crazy.
Hats for Hope. Schools can sign up straight through April. Fundraising for that little incentive ends April 30th. So you got to get your school in.
Let's go.
But you can contact us at we'll head to TommyFund.org to check it out.
And socials. You guys are active on social media.
Instagram and Facebook. Yeah.
What, do you know your handles offhand or no? No, it's Tommy Fund.
Yeah, Tommy Fund.
There's not too many Tommy Funds. Yeah. The one and only.
The one and only.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And for Lauren, remember to slay the day. All right.
Thank you so much.
Was that fun?
That was fun. I wasn't nervous at all. I thought I was going to be nervous.
No, we're good.